Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm having a splendid day, spending it over here with my bees and our newly built bone meal farm. So if you saw last episode, we built up this kelp farm, which we're converting everything into bone meal. But you might also remember it wasn't the greatest farm ever. So I've been AFKing this as much as I can, and I've been converting it into bone meal, so it is definitely doing better than before, but it's still not great. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Swear, these guys never give me a break at all. 1 second. There we go. So in between episodes, I actually had a plan. If we go behind the bee farm and we go down this hole, we'll find an even bigger hole. Because my thought process is I would love to put a bone meal farm down here that uses moss to convert it into bone meal, which would work out great because I could also use it to just get moss. So it's a win-win. So you know what that means. Let's get some materials. Alright, most of the materials are here. I need to get a couple small bits like a dropper and I think a couple ladders, but we should be good. But I've done so much smelting, I need to pop over to the lava farm and replenish what I used. Alright, fuel is restocked, so I think we're ready to get to building. And there we go. It's working. This farm was built by
Davnici.
And they did a great job. I'm going to try to remember to link their tutorial in the description down below. If not, please comment down below and let me know so I can fix that. But the nice thing is, this is pretty much just set and forget. All of this is going to get washed into these hoppers, down into those composters. And then I can just take a trip down this way to our chest. And bone meal will start filtering in. It's going to be amazing. So I think I'm going to AFK this for a while so I can make up for lost time with our other advances at bone meal, because this is going to work a lot better. And I'll see you guys in a minute.
A few moments later.
Now that I'm finally set on bone meal, I want to take my attention to the main build of today's episode. And with that, we need to take another look at our lovely trees. Gosh, these guys are loud. Like I said, we're going to take another look at our lovely trees. I enjoyed building these so much that I want to build some more, but we're going to have to take a little trip that way behind me, find our new spot where we're building. So over in this area where I have to demolish a bunch of more... That doesn't make any sense. So over in this area where I have to deforest a good chunk of these trees, and we're not too far from our actual village over there, I want to build something that I came up with that I am super stoked about. If you follow me on Discord or on any of my live streams, which you should totally do, I have mentioned that I am a fan of the show Stranger Things. The Creel house from Stranger Things is getting released as a Lego set. And I saw that Lego set and I'm like, I'm never gonna buy it because money, but I can build it in Minecraft. So what we're going to do today is we're going to tear out a bunch of these trees and we're going to build up the Creel house here on the right side up and make it all pretty and stuff before, you know, Vecna ruined it and made it look decrepit. But to do that, I need to clear out these trees and we need to gather a bunch more materials. So let's gather those materials first before we tear down those trees, and we can do that with a montage. I think I have almost everything I need for this build except for blue dye. And the only things that I can remember that give us blue dye are cornflowers and lapis. I have quite a bit of lapis, but I don't really want to use all of it just to dye wool and concrete. So we're going to try to find a bunch of cornflower flowers to solve that issue. Be really great if we could get a 2 tall flower that gave us blue dye, but that might be a little too easy. So I'm gonna gather up as much as I can of these. I thought there was a giant field of them, but if I go back here behind the honey farm, there's a hill up here that is just, yep, this one, covered in allium. I thought it was all cornflower, but I was wrong. So I'm forced to gather up this by hand, so I will see you guys in a hot minute. Hello? Why are you guys always out and about? This is like the 4th time today that I've seen these guys. All right, let's get to battle. There we go. Let's get back to gathering up these flowers. So I ventured a ways out to find more of the cornflower flowers, and I've gotten over a stack of them, but I came across a village here, and across the water, another village. So that's pretty cool. I also saw this ruined nether portal with a block of gold that I'm just going to snag, because you never know when you're going to need it, just in case of accidents. But I think I have started getting enough of these that I'm about ready to go and make a bunch of our blue wool and concrete and blue concrete powder. Yeah, I think we're sitting pretty good. So I'm going to try to find my way back home, and I'll get started on that process right now. Okay, I think I have enough blue dye that I should be good to go. I'm also going to use at least 3 stacks of my lapis reserves. I do still have plenty left over, but again, I don't want to use it in case I decide to go on some sort of enchanting spree. And at the time of this recording, it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everybody. Even though this video is going out way after Christmas time. But while I was looking for all those flowers, I came across some sunken ships. And I found 2 buried treasure maps, which I haven't searched for those at all. And one thing I have been slowly collecting are nautilus shells. I ended up having a total of 3, and I would love to get enough to actually make a conduit. But to do that eventually, I need to get a Heart of the Sea, which maybe we can get one from a buried treasure map. So before I get to making all of that concrete and stuff, let's take a side quest and find some buried treasure. I never have great luck with treasure chests, but this one is stacked. First off, we got a Heart of the Sea, which is what I wanted, but we also got 2 diamonds and a potion of water. Oh, 3 diamonds. I can't count. Some potions of water breathing, various iron and gold ingots. This is great. And a block of TNT. I'm going to leave the fish and the armor. I don't need that, but the Heart of the Sea, that was the main thing we wanted, and we got it. So that was one treasure map down. Now we just have this one. And I think if I keep going this north, we're going to find it. Now that we have the treasure hunting done, let's get to making a lot of concrete. Now that we're here, let's commit some deforestation. Deforestation is complete. I do still have some floating trees which I need to take care of, but I'll get to that in a minute. Before I start actually building this house, I need to flatten this area a little bit, and I think we're actually building on this layer of grass, so I need to extend this out a little bit, do a little bit of terraforming, and also just fill in this giant gap back here. Other than that, I want to build a little bit of a pathway going down towards this section, kind of where that gravel and that sand is, but that shouldn't be too hard to take out a few more trees. I've already done so many, but then we're ready to build. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'm going to start building the Creole house. And after that, the Creole house is almost done. So the next thing I want to do is I want to take some banners and add in some extra details along the edges of the top floor. Building with banners is something I picked up from watching another Minecraft YouTuber named Sinnoh. The dude is amazing at building. You guys should definitely go check him out. I've been wanting to use this technique for a while, and this house is perfect for that. And there we go. It's very subtle, but I love the addition that it adds because it's almost like we can add trim to builds with these banners. The only drawback is that if you get too far away, the banners will despawn. Well, not despawn, they will just not render. So if I go out here into the water a little bit, you can see that the banners are not there, but as I get in a little closer, they'll render in just fine and we get the full detail. I know there's a mod out there that I could get that actually would render them from a distance. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. So if you know, please let me know in the comments down below. Now all that's left is we're going to fix up a path that goes all the way to the water's edge and add in a few custom trees just to frame this whole build in, and then it's done. So let's get to some tree building right now. And just a few more touches, and the Creole house is done. I do need to get a few more lanterns, but that won't take too long. But overall, adding in these banners and all the extra details, plus the custom trees, really bring this build to life. And in good old Minecraft fashion, I haven't done the back. So we're just going to ignore it for now. There's just one thing that I am not sure of. This grandfather clock just kind of appeared out of nowhere, but I'm not going to worry about it. But that is all the time I have for today. So if you guys liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. And if you want to see the series from the very beginning, you can click the video in the top right corner. But I'll get on out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.